from Thomas Paine. He wrote this at the beginning of a book called Common Sense. He wrote it to provide support for General Washington's army, who was wintering at Valley Forge. They were in desperate circumstances. This is what he wrote. A long habit of not thinking a thing wrong gives it a superficial appearance of being right, and raises at first a formidable outcry in defense of custom. What I'm going to propose will probably raise a formidable outcry in defense of custom. But what I'm going to propose, we either have to do as a people, or we will see a continual and exponential decline of our nation into a place where finally Thomas Jefferson's prophecy is fulfilled. Now, these are the breaches that I can see in the hull of our ship of state. This is what is sinking us. And these are the things that we will have to repair. Enter the Constitution Party, the second party. We're not going to find repairs coming out of the Democrat-Republican Party. What we are living in today, the paradigm that we have to exist in today, as far as our federal government goes, is an engineered and designed system by that party. It's what they want, or we wouldn't have it. So, number one, we need to return to our founders' original intent of the general welfare. The Article 1 powers of Congress in the U.S. Constitution lists 17 separate items that was granted or delegated to the federal government that dealt with the general welfare. For 150 years, we followed that original intent. In the mid-1930s, the Supreme Court decided that, well, James Madison didn't know what he was talking about, although he was the father of the Constitution. And we now say that original intent means that the federal government can tax and spend and borrow on any kind of project that it wants to call general welfare. And that's where we saw the beginning of executive branch agencies and bureaus within our federal government that now are telling you what kind of a dadgum light bulb you can put in your light socket. Does that sound like limited government to you? No, it does not to me either. But that is a illegitimate application of the General Welfare Clause. And that is a root that we will have to repair. Now, the Supreme Court has ruled. That means that the only thing left to us to repair it is a constitutional amendment. I will work to repair that through the amendment process. Understand, me going to Washington, D.C. is not going to accomplish that. If I were elected in this district as a U.S. House representative, I would see that as the point of the spear being just touching the skin over the heart of that breach.